Alright, we're here. Alright, this mic is picking up on a lot, so I'm gonna try and move as little as possible. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, and yeah, I don't know what body motions or whatever I'm gonna do, so we'll see. I'm trying not to move that much, but I'll move my head, like, I gotta put the mic all the way out here, like. Alright, so no introduction really to this. This is just me talking to talk because I think a lot. So, like, it's good to just say what I'm thinking rather than just thinking about it all the time, and then it's not as clear as I want it to be. Yeah, and I don't really talk about. Listen, bro, before I even start chatting right now, I promise I love my life and this journey that God has given me, and I love every up and down, terrible time and amazing time that I have, bro. I'm grateful, and I understand that it's all part of a process. So, but there are things that I don't necessarily like as much as other things, and there's also things that are on my mind all the time because of just the season of life that I'm in right now. So yeah, I'm not really talking about nothing specific. I think I'm really just about to evaluate myself right now, everything that is going on right now, where I'm at. So let's just get the easy stuff out the way. School's amazing. School's never really been a problem, so yeah, school's just school, something to do, I guess. The gym's pretty good. I've been pretty consistent with that. My shoulder's been feeling pretty good. If you're closer to me, you know, like, my shoulder was like kind of messed up, but it's only like a little partial tear, and it's so partial to the point where they're like, physical therapy is really just the way to go. So I just been doing my own stuff physical therapy wise, and it's been working out. I mean, I've been stretching it pretty frequently, and then I just been working out normally, to be honest, and I think everything will just strengthen from that. School, gym, what else we got? Work is fine. The diner's been amazing. I've been getting better just with minding my business and being a good leader from my trying to be a good leader from my position, which is hard sometimes because it takes a lot of cooperation from other people, but in reality, like, other people shouldn't affect my leadership, but it's way easier said than done. But you know, we're working on it. And then I got mugs where I just be cooking, so I don't know, I'm learning to cook some more stuff, and then that also is just translating to real life because I struggle with buying food out immensely, but I've been doing pretty good with that lately, just because I've been learning more about psychology with money, and then also just saving my money, trying to have my money make money for me, so different stuff with money. And I'm also starting to learn more about, even though I do minor in business finance, school can only teach me so much, especially because it's school and my attention span is just lesser because I feel less interested because it's school. But I'm starting to learn some of the stuff when it comes to like personal finance and like investing and stocks and maybe trading, even though I taught myself how to trade not last spring, but like 2 springs ago when I was at University Park, just because I had so much time on my hands, and it really wasn't that hard. And it's not that, okay, let me rephrase that. It is hard, obviously, to be a successful trader because it takes time and a lot of failure, but I'm saying, like, the whole concept isn't hard to understand, and like reading charts and stuff, it's not that difficult. But yeah, I've been good with my money lately, and trying to save up and stack that up as much as I can to not only have my money make money with like investing and like just looking at long-term stuff rather than short-term stuff. And at the same time, I did realize, like, obviously I've realized this, like, subconsciously, but, like, when it comes to, like, clothes and, like, my car, my game, I'm just trying to think of things that I spend money on, but in food, it's like I literally need to, you just have to change your perspective from looking at it as a leisure, or like money is not guaranteed. And we also have to understand, like, we shouldn't be using money, we should use money as a tool to better our lives, like our well-being and stuff like that. So I want to focus on using my money more so for bettering my future life. And at the same time, if I'm spending it in the current time, it has to be for an experience or for survival, one or the other. And by experience, I mean like next week I'm going to an NBA game with Ray. Like, that's vibes. Spending money on going like laser tag or paintball, which I did for my birthday, or top golf, which I want to do. Stuff like that, like little experiences like that just aid my well-being, honestly. Just doing stuff like that, rather than wasting it. And I already see like how much I've stopped spending. I don't know if the wind is gonna mess up my mic quality, but if it is, that's drawn because I'm doing this extremely raw. I might cut it up a little bit in moments where I pause, just because sometimes my speech gets a little slow, trying to curate everything that's going on in my head. But yeah, hopefully we straight. But yeah, that's that with money, school, gym. With regards to my habits and stuff, I've been reading a lot more recently, which is amazing, because I honestly think the habit of reading might be like one of the main keys to well-being and success, to be honest, because you can literally just read and you're attaining information consciously and subconsciously from reading. And it's also just nice to read, like, if you put yourself in a nice setting to read, you will honestly enjoy it. Like, I used to hate reading. I just started reading consistently probably like 2.5 years ago. And I try and read outside literally every time. I never like regret reading. You don't regret reading. It's honestly just opening up the book and starting, because once you get in that flow of reading, then you don't really want to stop. But when you first start and it's like stuff isn't clicking, it's because you just started. Like, you gotta get into it. But yeah, I've been good with that practice. Right now I'm reading The Psychology of Money, which I said earlier, and I'm also reading Atomic Habits again, because I read it the first time and it was literally amazing. Probably the best book I've ever read in my life, just regards to like the information that it has and the impact that it has had on like the way I think about my habits and like everything I'm doing daily. So that's been good, really good actually. So I'm reading it a second time and I'm about to finish it. I think I have like 2 more chapters. So yeah, I'm getting a lot, processing a lot from the books that I'm reading, which is really good. I read informational and like self-help books mostly, so maybe that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I don't necessarily want to read about a fiction or like a made-up story. To me, it feels like I'm wasting my time. Honestly, that is my issue, because my time perception is something that I think about a lot, because I just think I'm wasting my time half the time I'm doing things, when in reality I look back and then it wasn't a waste of time because I enjoyed it, and that's what life is about. But yeah, that's just how deeply I think about stuff. Alright, well, that's really where I stand right now with like my habits and like everything I'm doing. But more so like with me, which is basically the reason why I even decided to sit down right here and start recording myself talking. It's just like where I am within my year of 2025 and like my lessons that I'm learning, and just where I am with that, and like things I do have to work on. So I honestly start with things that I do have to work on because I think about those the most. Not necessarily things that I have to. Okay, yes, things I have to work on, but I'm not terrible at these things, and I'm not. At least right now, I'm not very down about myself about these things. Like I don't like condemn myself or make myself feel like crap over these things because like I said, I understand everything is a process. So if I'm not that good at something now, I just have to work toward being good at it, and eventually I will be good at it because that's just how it works and I want to be. So I think humility right now is a huge thing because I struggle with having the constant perspective of nobody is better than me and I am better than nobody. I tend to like see a hierarchy a lot of the time, which isn't my own conditioning. That is literally from social media and just how the world works in general, that we perceive things in a hierarchy. So I think I don't do terrible with that, but I do want to get extremely good at that because that'll make my life 10 times easier just with like comparison and judgment and anxiety, stuff like that. But I think I'm doing a great job of really killing my ego like entirely, or as much as I can, you know. I want to work on it more specifically maybe in my work field because I'm a server and I genuinely am a good server. Like I know I'm a good server and I know I'm very personable and I love my customers and they love me. But at the same time, sometimes I really just want, and I think this is with literally everything. I just notice it at work the most. I kind of like I want the recognition of how good I am from other people. Because I recognize right now that I am a good server and this, that, and the third. And this is the same with like basketball. Like I know I'm pretty good at basketball. I'm not the best, obviously. Like I have flaws, but I'm pretty good at basketball. Like my grades are good. I'm good at school. I'm on a pretty good track. Like just with life, honestly, being 21 and having done what I've done and experienced what I've experienced, I'm very blessed. Just thinking the way I think and wanting to be so good, you know, being aware, and yeah, like I think I'm doing a pretty good job, and that's okay. Like it should just be okay with that. Like I should just be, you know, the fact that I'm aware of all this, that's all that matters, right? And it's just me and God. But my human in me, my flesh, wants recognition from other people because I want approval. And I think that's okay, honestly, because it's just the human in me, like I said, like that I want to be approved by the tribe. Like that's psychology 101. But I think sometimes I'm looking for it either in the wrong way, or I'm looking for it from people that I could care less what they think about me, honestly. Or I'm just looking for it in the wrong places. Like certain places I don't need to look for recognition from. Like what do I need recognition for? I'm obviously getting the recognition I need if my customers love me and my tips show that. So like what am I, like why do I want my coworkers to know I'm a good worker? Why? Because I want to like seem like I'm better than the rest of my coworkers? Like that's trashy. And I understand that's trashy, which is why I'm like, oh, like why do I want to do that? Which is why I'm trying to work on it. So that's just like one scenario that goes into the whole concept of humility and being humble. So that just ties into like basically everything in my life. But yeah, like I said, I'm working on that and I'm doing pretty good. Discipline and being decisive of my actions and not swaying. This ties into temptation, which is a huge thing when it comes to my Christianity. Temptation is a huge topic for me just because it's like there's so many things pulling at me as a 21-year-old male in 2025, middle of college. Like there's so many things, single now, unfortunately. Like there's so many things like trying to pull at me, and it's like I haven't and I'm not going to fall for like these temptations that I don't desire, but it's the fact that it's pulling on me, and I just want my flesh to like not desire it at all. Because when I say desire, I'm thinking like I almost like it's not my desire, it's my flesh's desire. So then I get caught in the whole thing of thinking like that's me, but in reality, like I know that's not me. Like I care about my future, and like I care about my dignity and my image to myself, so I wouldn't ruin that. But like I want my automatic, like I want my flesh to be like, nah, I'm not falling for no temptation, this, that, and the third. Like I want my flesh to be like that, when in reality that's unrealistic. I just have to come to terms with I'm not my thoughts, and my thoughts aren't me. It's really just not even reality. Like I can literally sit here on my daily schedule that I usually am on and continue about my life the way that I literally have been, and I will condemn myself sometimes for my thoughts. And then it comes to this, I usually think of this analogy when I struggle with this. It's like, can you put someone in jail for thinking of killing someone? No, you can't. Okay. So like, why should I put myself in a jail for thinking of a temptation that my flesh has? I can't. I shouldn't. That's not right. So I have to show that love to myself with regards to that, which I've been doing good with, and I'm working on. What else am I working on right now, or that I wanted to talk about really? I don't know. I'm looking off my balcony right now. I'm just feeling very thankful and grateful and blessed, and I'm glad that I'm talking to this camera right now, because this is honestly the first time that I'm doing this. Like I usually just journal. My journal's actually right in front of the camera right now because I was about to journal and read out here. But literally I usually just journal, but talking is actually immensely easier. I get a lot more out. I get a lot more out than I would handwriting, because obviously eventually I get tired of that, and then my thoughts shorten because I just want to be done writing. But I really have no fatigue with this. I'm just sitting here with the mic, just talking, and it actually feels like I'm talking to like people, which is pretty cool. I honestly really do like video making and content and stuff. Like I don't think I'll be a content creator, but if I were to ever be a content creator, it would honestly just be from me posting like I'm posting now, and I just somehow get famous. Like, but that honestly isn't my goal. Like I'm cool being an employee and working for somebody and getting a job, and like, yeah, I like it. It's routine. I take pride in being a working class person. Like when I go to different countries and I see the working class, like it's just amazing, bro. Like when I go to restaurants and stuff, I people watch. I literally watch the workers, like how much they enjoy their job, how good they are at their job. Like I think it's interesting, genuinely. And the working class is what keeps like literally the world moving. Like we all take part in a certain job, and we get a company for it with our money and all that stuff to help us live. But we're also doing the world a service. We're also doing people that come into the restaurant or whatever job you have. You're doing other people a service. So really just taking pride in that service and allowing everything else to just fall into your lap from that. I think that's the whole point of trying to find like a good job and being comfortable at your job, having a good relationship with coworkers or managers, or if you are a manager, being a good manager. I'm taking a managerial course right now, and it's teaching me a lot about leadership and managing groups and different individuals, because not everybody has the same needs and not everybody is the same person with the same interests or with the same skills. So being able to be a well-rounded manager and a leader, and having you be like such a spark to several other people, is pretty cool to me. Honestly, I fuck with it. I did not mean to curse, but that's okay, because if any of my family or my mom or anybody else sees this, it's okay. I'm 21. I did just curse, and it's okay. You could tell, like, how kind of sheltered my rebellion is, because I literally did just curse, and I apologized to my mom through a camera that I don't even know that she's gonna see this, but it's alright. We here. That just shows how much I love my mom and respect her and her boundaries in this crib. But yes, 2 months left in the year. Reflecting back a little early. Feel me? We'll just go down the list. I ran a 5K race. I ran a half marathon. Did well in both. Went to Paris with my fam. Went to Italy, which is my first time in Europe, with my friends in Europe. In March. I turned 21. All glory to God. I've gotten closer to God. I've experienced heartbreak, which I'm currently experiencing, but it's okay. Feel me? It's all part of the process. And it was a good breakup, honestly. Very healthy, even though there were rocky times actually in the relationship, but I'm not really about to ramble about my relationship right now, because that would be a whole nother 3-hour talk probably. But yeah, love her, love the relationship that we had, and who knows what the future holds, But right now, in this specific season, I'm single and I'm grinding, I'm working on myself, and we're gonna see what God has in store, feel me, throughout this journey, as that goes on. But yeah, went through that. Went to New York. Went to the Empire Hotel, like around Times Square and all that. That was a nice little experience. Made Dean's List the first semester of the year, which is pretty cool. I plan on making Dean's List this semester. Yeah, I mean, and then countless just small experiences that obviously I can't recount right now, but if I were to go through my camera roll, I'd probably see a billion other things that I'm extremely grateful for experiencing, and so happy that it happened this year. I feel like every year that occurs becomes my new favorite year, but this year has been amazing to me, and I just know the next 2 months are gonna be even better, because this is just my favorite time of year. I get very happy that it's Christmas time and Thanksgiving. I get to see so much family, and school's about to end. I get December off, so it's just nice this time of year. Feel me? Football's ending, basketball's starting, and so many things that correlate to this time of year that I genuinely love. So I can't wait for what the rest of 2025 has in store, and hope we build up some great momentum going into 2026. Literally on July 31st, I remember telling Peyton, I'm like, yo, like, I'm taking August to lock in, so then when September start, September marks like 2/3 done with the year. But I was really looking forward to the fourth quarter. Like, the fourth quarter is like the whole terminology, like the whole point, which is October, November, December. And it's only been October, but fourth quarter is going extremely strong. I'm putting September up in there, even though it's 2/3. I don't know, bro. You can try and clock me about it. I don't care. You already know. You know the terminology. You know what I'm trying to say. The end of the year, fall, September through December. Took all of August. I'm like, yo, I already know God got something coming this fourth quarter. I literally knew it. I was mentally preparing myself. I got right. Feel me? And we here now. August, September, October. Amazing months. Amazing growth. Amazing experiences. that God has given me, amazing opportunities, and it's only up from here, honestly. I'm very optimistic about my life, and that could just be my mindset, but at the same time, the worldly stuff and reality actually aligns with that too, which gives me even more hope and ambition. So I'm in a very good spot, honestly. And I honestly could tell. I mean, sitting here talking to myself right now, or talking to this camera, hearing myself, like, we here. We're good. Like, like it's really movie. Like, it's really movie. I be trying to tell people, like, every day for me is genuinely part of this big movie, and it really is movie. And I'm making strides, like, and my guys are making strides, like, my loved ones making strides, like, everybody growing, bruh. I can't tell you how much I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And that also just takes me back to what I said earlier in the beginning of the video, like, even though, like, there's this stuff that I want to work on or that I necessarily don't like, because trust me, bro, there's plenty for everyone to not like, bro. There's plenty for people to like, but there's plenty more for people to not like, honestly, especially in this world. Because I could rant about stuff that I don't like for days on end. But why would you want to do that? I mean, why would I want to do that? That's why I'm sitting here just talking about the good and the bad, just as equal. Because it's all part of the same life. And you should honestly love it all, because it's all part of you. That's another point. I'm so glad. See what happens when I sit here and chat. Like, I get all the different thoughts, and I'm able to curate new thoughts from old thoughts. So, like I was saying about being yourself, authenticity is something I am also really working on. I know when I was younger, not necessarily now because I'm growing out of it, just the older I get and the more I find myself, I fell victim to just, like, either trying to look like certain people or act like certain people, or, like, look up to people who are genuinely normal people. And by normal I mean at the same level as me. Like, and this is what I'm talking about when it comes to me having the thought process of nobody's better than me and I'm better than nobody else. Like, I shouldn't look on social media and be like, oh, like, I'm trying to have the same aesthetic as that guy because he gets this, that, and the third. Because in reality, like, that's not like me dressing or, like, trying to act like someone I'm not. That's not going to get me the same results as him, like, because I'm not him. So I came to terms with that firmly, quickly, but obviously I'm human and I'm a 21-year-old male in 2025, so I fall victim to thinking certain ways sometimes. But with authenticity, I'm really, like, this year has blessed me with giving me the opportunity to really strive and find myself, like, myself with regards to exterior things, like my clothing taste or what I want to do with my time, like, genuinely, how I act outside of my room, like, how I act in the outside world, whether it be work or if I go to the bar to hang out with friends or literally anything else. I really am taking big strides in my authenticity and just being myself and not giving a crap so much, honestly. Like I said, I've been doing really good with it for, like, the past 2 years, but, like, right now I think I'm taking a very big jump, because I am just me. Like, I really want and desire to live this world the way I desire to live it, and allowing whatever comes from that to come. And, like, if it comes from me being myself and being authentic and just genuinely doing what I want to do, like without regard to judgment or what other people may perceive. If it comes from, all right, I know that. Hold on, I'm just seeing if like I look good everywhere. Not look good, but like make sure I'm good in the frame. Check. All right, word. I'm just checking everything because that was a brief cutoff. But realistically, I was just finishing off with that authenticity is huge. And if you can learn how to be truly authentic, then it'll relieve you from a lot of the stresses that come from humanity and society in today's world. I talked about a little bit of other stuff, but nothing I can't talk about again, or will probably update my YouTube people on later. But yeah, this video did its deed. It was just a therapeutic little talk with myself and whoever decides to listen. I'm an open book, and I think sharing, especially your thoughts, is something we should always try to do because it genuinely helps our well-being, and it also influences and allows people to see who you are and be influenced by who you are, and maybe they thought the same thing or needed a perspective on something. I don't know. So however this could have helped you guys, I hope it did. If you're seeing this and you can comment balls if you seeing this, and you could comment so I know you watched or you listened. And if you can't comment and you know who I am, maybe just let me know that you heard, so that'll give me some sense of approval. Hey, tell me I heard all that you were saying and you're a cool guy. I'd appreciate that. So yep, that's it for this. I'll probably be doing this again because this is extremely beneficial to my mental health, as well as, like I said, I post to share. So if me sharing my thoughts and sharing just myself helps anybody, or makes anybody want to be friends, or literally anything good that can come from me sharing, good. Because I believe nothing bad can really come from me sharing unless I perceive it as bad, which is like judgment, or I don't know, maybe somebody doesn't like me because I'm passionate about my life. I don't know. So whatever comes from it comes from it. If you listened, thank you. And yeah, cool. Have a good day.